Hi, everyone, and welcome back to your English Grammar for Adults. Now, we are still in unit number 3, and this is lesson number 8, which is all about subject-verb agreement. Yes, subject-verb agreement. We're finally going to tackle this subject. Now, what is subject-verb agreement? I'll tell you. Subject-verb agreement means that the subject and the verb in the sentence match when we think about the number of something. Think singular and plural, okay? These things both have to match together. That sounds pretty simple, right? But there are some rules, okay? So I'm not going to tell you how many. You just have to wait and find out. Rule number 1, a singular subject takes a singular verb. Sounds pretty simple, right? A singular subject requires a singular verb form. For example, the dog barks loudly. Cool. Dog, singular. Barks with an S, singular form. Matching. She is reading a book. Oh, that matches too. That's pretty easy, right? Rules aren't always scary. Rule number 2. Uh-oh, there's another one. Plural subjects take a plural verb. Is that really a rule? I mean, we know this. For example, dogs, plural, bark. There's no S now, just the verb. Plural subject, it's just a verb, right? They match. They are reading, okay? So they are reading books. Rule number 1, rule number 2. That's easy stuff, right? Rule number 3, compound subjects that are joined by and, right? So this and this, two things. These use a plural verb when subjects are joined by and. For example, Tom and Jerry are best friends. The teacher and the student discuss the topic. Well, that's not bad. We've been doing that. You just didn't know that there was a rule for it. And that's how I want you to learn English. I want you to learn that you can do it without knowing the grammar. Yeah, that's how we learn it. And when we're kids, native speakers, you don't learn grammar. You learn how to speak, and then you learn grammar. Rule number 4. Oh gosh, there's a fourth one. Subjects joined by or nor, so a negative. The verb agrees with the subject closest to it. Huh? Sometimes the rules are confusing, but let's look at an example, okay? Either the teacher or the student have the keys. Okay, that's not a big deal. Neither, our negative, I do it once a video, right? Neither the students nor the teacher has the key. Okay, I get it. See how we reverse those, teacher and students? When students was there, the verb was have. But when teacher was there, the verb was has. So that last one that's closest to the verb, they have to match. Cool, that's not big. That's the rule was complicated, but the actual example was simple. We get this. This is not hard. This isn't hard at all. Rule number 5. Collective nouns. What? Don't worry, we're going to get into nouns later, but collective nouns may take a singular or a plural verb depending on the context. Oh, I hate the rules, man. Let's take a look at the example. The team is winning. Team. How many is that? We don't know yet. Is winning. So we know it's a singular thing. Team is. The team, the whole team is one unit. It's one thing. So since all of them, everyone is one, our verb is singular, is. Cool. Second example. The team are arguing. So everyone on the team is, they're all doing it. So we're making this a plural, okay? Because we're thinking of them as pieces now. Instead of a team, we're thinking of them as players. So the team are arguing among themselves. Each one's acting alone, individually. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad, right? Rules are, I'm just kidding. There's another rule. Rule number 6, indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns like everyone, someone, nobody. Oh, indefinite. That means we don't know who specifically, okay? These big words, confusing, but we don't need them to be confusing, right? Everyone, someone, or nobody. They take a singular verb. For example, everyone is. Somebody has. Yet again, the rule sounds way harder than it actually is. So now, rules aren't they're not that bad, right? These rules weren't that big. There's a 7th rule. Here we go. Titles, company names, singular nouns ending in S. So singular entities, things, okay? Singular things that take singular verbs. For example, remember the rule is confusing. Look at the example. The United States, right? Because there's lots of states and they're united as one, is. United as one. United is. All right, cool. That's not a big deal. Mathematics, ooh, yuck, is. Mathematics, we're talking about this whole big field of numbers and stuff. So it's plural. There's a lot of stuff, but it's a thing. We're talking about it as a thing. So it's is. Okay, so we got these rules, right? 1 through 7, that wasn't bad at all. You understand that. The rules always sound confusing, but in actuality, they weren't too bad, which is a good thing because rule number 8. I'm having fun with this, actually. Normally, I hate this, but I thought this would be a unique way of telling you that there's lots of rules, but they're really not that hard. Take a look at this one. Sentences beginning with there is or there are. Okay, so the verb agrees with the subject following it. So we're saying what exists? What is there? Okay, what are there? Example, there is a cat on the roof. Ah, all right, cool. That was pretty simple, right? There are many cats in the yard. Hey, that's not bad at all, right? These things all just have to match. And that's the key thing here. We have lots and lots of rules, but really, you understood all of these already because we've been doing them. And that's one of the key things I need you to understand about grammar is you can learn grammar by doing and then understand the grammar later, okay? And I recommend that for anybody learning English, okay? Anyone learning English specifically. I don't know about other languages, but English specifically. Learn how to do it. Make mistakes, learn how to do it, get confident, and then get better at the grammar part. Then, because you can already communicate, okay? So, now that we understand all these rules, let's take a look at our checkup. Checkup. Choose the correct verb to complete each sentence based on the subject-verb agreement. So make the subject and the verb match, okay? So choose the right answer, pause the video, and we'll check your answers, all right? Pause the video. All right, I know that was easy. That was way easier than all 8 of those rules, right? I know it was. Without a doubt, this is already easier than learning those 8 rules because grammar is annoying, but doing it isn't really as bad. Take a look at number 1. She goes to school every morning. Okay. Number 2. They eat lunch at 12 p.m. Okay. Number 3. The teacher teaches math. Not me. I don't teach math. Never. Number 4. My friends like to play soccer. Number 5. The dog barks loudly every night. And number 6. The children play. Well, hey, you got them all right. I know you got them all right. And I'm so confident about that, I'm going to give you exercise number 1. Yes, exercise number 1. Choose the correct sentence that follows the subject-verb agreement. Before, you had to pick it. Now, find the sentence that's right. Okay? Pause the video. Yet again, this one was super easy too, I think, because subject-verb agreement is not that difficult. let's take a look at these answers. Number 1 is A. She eats apples every day. Number 2, B. They are working on their project. Number 3, B. The cat runs fast. Number 4, B. I like to play chess. Okay. Number 5, A. The teacher teaches us math. Number 6, A. The flowers bloom in spring. Yeah. Not difficult at all. All right. Here we go. Now take a look at exercise number 2, which is find and correct the subject-verb agreement errors. Now you need to find the mistakes in the paragraph, okay? So pause the video, find the errors, and let's see if you get them all, okay? Pause the video. I have a good feeling that you found all of them. So now let's take a look at the answer and see if you got them all right. Now don't worry if you didn't, it's okay. There's a lot of sentences here, but take a look at this. Every morning, Sarah wakes up early to go for a run. She enjoys jogging because it helps her feel good throughout the day. After her run, she drinks a smoothie and prepares her breakfast. Sarah's brother Jason does not like waking up early, so he usually stays in bed until 9 a.m. He does not have the same routine as his sister, but he prefers to work late at night. Their parents, Mr. and Mrs. Green, are very busy. In the morning, Mr. Green drives to work while Miss Green makes breakfast for the family. After breakfast, the family goes to work and school. Sarah and Jason have different schedules, but they try to meet for lunch. They eat together at noon. After lunch, Sarah goes back to her office and Jason returns to his studies. In the evening, the family comes together for dinner. Everyone enjoys time spent together before they go to bed. Take a look at that. Subject-verb agreement sounds complicated. It's a big word thing, you know? But it really isn't that difficult. We've been doing it the whole time. And I'm pretty sure that you realized that even though there were 8 rules, they really weren't hard. And you understood them. Maybe not the words of the rule, but the example for each of these things. And that's key. The examples are what are really easy for us to understand. We can see it in action. Now, if you have any questions, send me a message, leave me a comment, tell me if you're confused, or if now you understand it, tell me that. I would love to hear that you completely understood this lesson and it was super simple. That would make my day. Now, I'll see you for the next lesson, okay? Goodbye.